Not sure of touch there was Barry Ferguson. The reverse pass for Stavron, but he's offside. Promising start though for Aberdeen. Kanchelskis, interesting confrontation this against McAllister, whips in a dangerous ball. Jim Leighton's lost it, but he was hurt. And the whistle has gone for a free kick. That was a good ball in from Kanchelskis. That was always going to cause problems in the Aberdeen defence, and Jim Leighton's hurt.
Yeah, that was a danger they've got from Kanchelskis wide. I don't think there was any intention here, but I think he just happened to catch Rod Wallace as he went down. And the ball broke free and Rangers players weren't happy, but I think it was the right decision. I think that Jim Leighton was just caught there by Rod Wallace, and certainly he would have been out of the game as that ball was breaking to Rangers players. But Kanchelskis breaking free in the right. We've seen games in the past, he's had a bit too much pace for Jamie McAllister on the side, and I think he needs a bit of protection there. But Jim Leighton certainly got a sore one, a head knock there, and the big problem that they have obviously is at this stage no goalkeeper on the bench. Only allowed 3 players in Scottish Cup ties. No goalkeeper on the bench. Jim Leighton looks quite badly injured.
We hear that Robbie Winters is heading up the tunnel and he's getting changed into the goalkeeper's outfit. So it sounds like Winters into goal, and you wonder at this stage whether this turns the match into a complete non-event for Aberdeen. You almost can see the black cloud above Ebbie Scodell's head. This is a nightmare start for Aberdeen, and what a sad moment for Jim Leighton. This presumably the last occasion in which he will grace a cup final, and this was not the way he wanted it to end. But the indication has now gone up from the 4th official, Martin Clark, that Robbie Winters is coming on. There's no prospect of Jim Leighton returning to the field, and Robbie Winters would have been hoping for a piece of the action this afternoon, but not in the goalkeeper's jersey. It's Ryan Essendon's number 23 which he's wearing, and how Aberdeen must wish that they'd Ryan Essendon inside it.
Absolutely. I mean, it's unfair to a certain extent. I mean, everybody takes the chance when you pick a side as to what can happen. You look at the dugout, the bench positions, and I'm certain Dick Avacat's done the same, and he's thought to himself, will I put a goalkeeper on or not? But Robbie Winters has got the gloves, he's coming on, and you know, it takes the pressure off Aberdeen even more to a certain extent, because no matter what happens now, it's going to be down to the fact that Jim Leighton only played for a couple of minutes, but it certainly doesn't do their chances any good at all.
Any sympathy from Rangers will run out now, and you can bet your bottom dollar that they will be putting as much pressure as possible on Robbie Winters as early as possible. The square pass for Kanchelskis, 25 yards out, good hit. Well worth it from a Rangers viewpoint with Robbie Winters in goal, and that's the first serious test of Jim Leighton's replacement.
Yeah, he'd only one thing in mind, Kanchelskis, and that was to actually do it.
Kanchelskis away from McAllister. Now Rod Wallace, saved by Winters. Brilliant touch onto the crossbar. What a save, Gordon, from Robbie Winters.
Yeah, it was Kanchelskis again, getting at McAllister. I think he was playing that for himself, and he knocked it into the area that Rod Wallace was in. Fine strike. I don't think Robbie Winters could do much more than just get the hand and try and push it up the way. That's exactly what he did, onto the crossbar.
Which it's about to do now. George Alberts with a free kick. Onside Van Bronckhorst. And Rangers have the lead. Aberdeen were caught sleeping in defence. The free kick taken quickly by Alberts, and Van Bronckhorst's shot went right through Robbie Winters.
Incredible. I could see the run coming. I can't believe none of the Aberdeen defence did as well. I think they were looking for offside in the end up, but you couldn't afford to stop there. Look at that, straight through the defence. They've all stopped. Solberg's caught out. Derek White should be maybe the one chasing, because it's in his angle. It's across to the diagonal behind the first centre half. Second centre half should maybe been across, but Robbie Winters couldn't do much about that. I'm just saying how well they had done up to that point. They'd stopped Rangers creating anything. They've gone to sleep.
Now here comes the corner kick with George Alberts. Lofted in, Billy Dodd's not picked up. Played back in by Kanchelskis. It drops for Vidmar. Goal number 2. Only 100 seconds on the clock after the turnaround. And there's the reaction of the Rangers manager, absolutely delighted. So I wonder what his half-time team talk was, because Rangers have responded in the second half with a whole new meaning to their performance.
Yeah, he fired them up obviously because they've come out charging forward in the second half. Billy Dodds looks as if the chance was gone, but it was a nice turn back in between Chelsea's. Aberdeen won the header there, but I thought that he showed a lot of composure, Vidman, actually, just to let the ball roll that extra fraction of a second there, just onto his left foot, past David Rowson, and then smashed it past Robbie Winters. Once again, it did look like makeshift goalkeeping.
A feature now of Rangers games, and he gets a huge response from the crowd every time he strolls across. The Alberts corner kick for Billy Dodds! It's 3! And Aberdeen in big trouble now. No marking on Billy Dodds. Bellabed nowhere near him. And you don't give that sort of room to a man who's now scored 15 goals for Rangers and 25 for the season.
No, that's a fantastic goal. I don't think Robbie Winters had anything to do with that one at all. He could never get near that one. Even Jim Leighton wouldn't get near that to see that happen.
Andrei Kanchelskis has done much of the damage for Rangers, much of the softening up, you would say, in the first half. Here's Alberts. Good hit! That's number 4. It may well have been in without the follow-up touch from Rod Wallace. But there's no doubt that Rangers stretch their lead. This could become embarrassing for Aberdeen. Good hit from Alberts. It was in before Wallace got there. It's a goal for George Alberts. It's his 20th of the season. And from 1-0 at half-time, it's now 4-0 Rangers.
Well, they were fighting to get in there. I mean, Wallace and Dodds injured each other almost, and Dodds into the post there, trying to score the rebound, but it was over the line. A marvellous strike. Robbie Winters, I think, realised that himself. He made no attempt to go for it.
And Bronkhorst with the corner kick. This time up went Tony Vidmar. Couldn't get contact. He was just a couple of feet off the goal line. The merest of touches would have taken this into the back of the net from Vidmar. But behind the goal it went, wide of target.
I think he got a head on it, but he just...
He did, actually, yeah.
Yeah, he just couldn't put it in target, and I think he was a bit embarrassed by the fact that...
Alberts with the delivery, punched clear by Winters. Solberg got it further away. Barry Ferguson too high.
Yeah, Robbie Winters gives the impression he's seen a goalkeeper play before, but he knows what they're meant to do, but he's not quite capable of doing it. Not the best at getting that ball away.
Alberts surges forward, a good pass for Newman. McCann and Dodds are waiting. There's Billy Dodds! Good save by Robbie Winters. Stops his team going 5 down.
Yeah, superb ball from George Alberts. Newman catching the line. Good volley from Billy Dodds. That's a great save. Good reaction save there. Didn't know he was capable of that, Robbie Winters, but he's gone down.
That's full time. Rangers have won the Tennant Scottish Cup by 4 goals to 0. Here comes a special moment for Arthur Newman. He takes delivery of the Tennant Scottish Cup. It's a league and cup double for Rangers to go with the treble last season.